In December 2020, a Japanese spacecraft delivered samples from a near-Earth asteroid. Asteroids like Ryugu are thought to represent the ancient building blocks of our solar system, if you can imagine that. And while it still has a long journey ahead, a sample from the asteroid Bennu has scientists eagerly awaiting its arrival here on Earth.
For the last decade, UCF physics professor Umberto Campins, who is an expert on asteroids, has been keeping a close eye on all the OSIRIS-REx milestones.
And we know the boop, is that what they call it? The little boop that happened on Bennu is a big deal, and now it's in transit to come back. So what's next for that? We take you now to our second part of my conversation with Professor Campins, where I also had to ask the opinion on a very heated debate over planetary classification in our solar system.
Been such a privilege. The last 10 years working with the OSIRIS-REx team has been such a privilege. And then we have a number of papers that are coming out of the analysis of the images during the sampling maneuver, plus results on the actual laboratory analysis of the samples of the Japanese spacecraft called Hayabusa 2, which brought back samples from a different asteroid, but sufficiently close to Bennu that we will be able to compare the two and see what we learn. Those papers are coming out, and one of the things that we're learning is that the cohesion of the soil on Bennu was basically zero. The mechanical arm pushed into it, and it would have continued to push who knows how far had we not fired the thrusters and come out. So we got a lot of sample, and so much so that when we when we obtained the sample, we were supposed to carry out this maneuver to basically weigh our sample. However, our cameras showed that the sample head was so full of sample that it was brimming, and it was actually spilling a few particles. And so we decided that we could wait to find out how much it weighs until, when it got to Earth. But in the meantime, we didn't want to lose a single particle. Right. And so we, instead of doing the maneuver, and who knows how much sample we would have lost, we put it right into the capsule, sealed it, and then now it's headed back to Earth. Now, when it gets back here, NASA and the Japanese Space Agency have an agreement where we're going to exchange 10% of our samples. It's been a delight to have that time, and then in 2023, when it gets here, we're going to be very excited to open that canister. There's also something that the mission had not officially planned, but the head of the imaging team and the builder of the camera, the head of the camera team, and both of them agreed that we're going to be creating a meteor. The spacecraft is going to be launching something from outside the atmosphere into the atmosphere, and it's going to fall in the Utah desert, and we're going to go get it. Well, instead of just sitting in Utah and filming it as it comes down, the spacecraft is going to be taking images of a meteor from above the atmosphere. And that's going to be a first.
Because you were talking about you guys are passing, Neptune and Pluto. There's been a lot of talk about Pluto.
Yeah.
So what's your opinion on this? Should we be reinstating Pluto as a planet?
Personally and professionally, I think we should.
Why?
It's for a number of reasons, including the fact that, I was going to say, if in the end, nature doesn't care what we call it.
That's true.
Pluto is a very interesting object, whether we call it a planet, a dwarf planet, or whether people vote, which, by the way, it's, you can vote and be wrong. And I believe that the people who voted in Prague on that day were wrong. And they voted for a number of reasons that is no longer valid. You look at it, and there's this planet with a big moon, with an atmosphere, with mountains, with flat areas, and actually kind of a liquid nitrogen or semi-liquid nitrogen ocean. That sounds like a planet to me.
Yeah.
Right? And then I could give you a whole bunch of scientific reasons why I think it should be reinstated. But whether it does or not, I find it a fascinating object.
He's such a delight just to talk to. Yes. So when I asked him the Pluto thing, his eyes were like, well, let me tell you, since you're asking me. But what was really interesting about the boop is that he was just saying that there was nothing pushing back on it. So, they could have just dug right into Bennu without, just the thought of touching something without having any pushback, because that's how the Earth works. You have that force that that goes against whatever you're touching. So it's just fascinating to see. And when he says he was, the sample was brimming and it was spilling out. They got a good sample, so it was worth this whole travel to get to it.
I hope Ginger Gadsden was watching. She's very passionately
is.
on Pluto is a planet team, so she will enjoy what he had to say about that.
Yeah, he's like, I have a lot more to say about it. I'm like, but we don't have time. We've already been talking for an hour. And while he's not involved in the ongoing Mars exploration, by the way, he tips his hat to Ingenuity, the helicopter team that was the first to fly an object on another planet. He had a lot to say about that too, but it's just so exciting to see how many things happened last year. And I mean, we do have to kind of wait till 2023 to get the samples from Bennu, but
It's close.
It's close.
Yes, it is.
We're already in 2022, right?